Good morning, guys. I'm holding the camera portrait because it's just easier while I'm walking my dogs. Oh my goodness, whoa. So look at them. They're having a nice time there. Look at this place. Isn't this beautiful? This is a park next to my house where I live. It's called Collins Hill Park. Man, the crazy thing is, I remember when I lost my job for the second time, and I was like scared and worried about the future. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I was walking my dogs here, and that's when I came up with the idea and the plan to, I'm just gonna do house calls, try that again and really make that a business. Anyways, this morning I just wanted to share. I had an amazing conversation with this guy named Joey at the gym yesterday. Let me straighten up here. But while Joe and I were talking, the topic of haters came up. He was even saying that he remembers when he was playing volleyball. He really was into it. He loved playing volleyball, but then he was like doing really good and he was getting into it. And then he remembered people were saying like, look at him, he thinks he's so good. He's showing off and stuff. And he said he remembers thinking at that moment like, oh, I guess it's not good to be too good at, like I don't want to be too good because I don't want them to be mad at me. I want people to like me, and then he even showed me this quote on this phone that he has, that our greatest fear is that not that we're not good enough. Our greatest fear is actually that we're, great beyond compare. And I think that's true because sometimes we're scared that if we're too good, if we fly too high, people are going to shoot us down and the negative comments and things like that. But I think that Tony Robbins, he talks about a research study that they did with gorillas. And so they had these gorillas in the room, these apes. I think they were gorillas or they were chimps. Anyways, they had these primates in a room with a ladder, and at the top of the ladder was, I think, a bundle of bananas or something like that. There's a treat, a prize at the top of at the top of the ladder, in the center of the room. So the gorilla, first they had the one gorilla, and he tried to go up the ladder. Every time he touched the ladder, he got shocked, and he got like sharp electrical shock, right? So then he learned, okay, I can't go up, I can't touch this ladder because every time I do, I get shocked. So then they added another gorilla, and then he tried to stop that gorilla from going up the ladder. So they got in a little fight because the second gorilla doesn't know, he probably just thought that the first gorilla was trying to stop him from getting the bananas. So they got in a little scuffle, but then the second gorilla touches the ladder and he gets shocked too, right? So then they both learn, okay, every time we touch the ladder, we get shocked. So then what happens is they added two more gorillas. I think one at a time, right? But each time they added one, they took one out. So basically, a new gorilla comes in, he tries to go up the ladder, the two original gorillas beat him up, right? And then they add another one, the fourth gorilla, and they take the first gorilla out. The first one that originally got shocked, they took him out. So then the second gorilla that got shocked as well, him and the third gorilla that never felt the shock beat up the fourth gorilla when he tries to go up the ladder to get the bananas. So then they add another gorilla, a fifth gorilla, and they take out the second gorilla. So now the only gorillas that are left have never even been shocked. They just got beat up for trying to go up the ladder. So they don't know why they're getting beat up for going up the ladder. They just know not to go up the ladder, you get beat up. So then the fifth gorilla that comes in, he tries to go up the ladder, and the other three beat them up. The third and fourth gorilla. But these two don't even know why they're beating them up. Hey, what's up, Nicole? So I'm just talking about like where not all hate, but where most of the haters' comments come from, the negative comments and things like that. It comes from, so these gorillas are beating up. So they put the gorillas in the room. If you missed the beginning of the story, they put these gorillas in the room. Hey, what's up, Betty? And every time these gorillas try to go up this ladder and that's in the room to get the bananas at the top, they keep getting shocked, right? But then they take those gorillas out, the ones that got shocked, but they were beating up the new gorillas coming in the room. Okay, so now here's a scenario. There's three gorillas in the room. They just know that if you try to go up this ladder to get the bananas, you get beat up. That's all they know. They don't even know why. because the two original gorillas that did get shocked, they're now gone. So then they add another gorilla just to see what happens, right? Sure enough, the three gorillas beat up that new gorilla when he tries to go up the ladder. And they don't even know why. They just know that they got beat up, so now they got to beat up this gorilla if he tries to go up the ladder. You know, don't touch those bananas. And I think that's what's going on, is that when our family members, when our close friends, you know, people that where it stings the most, it hurts the most because we care about them the most. And so when they say stuff that's hurtful or negative or causes us to doubt ourselves, it hurts a lot because it's coming from people that are close to us. But I don't think it's coming from a negative place. I think it's like those gorillas. They've gotten beat. That's how they got treated by their family and, you know, when they were younger maybe, and they've carried that hurt and that pain. And so now they're beating up others whenever they see someone else trying to go up the ladder to get the banana, to get the prize. They beat them up, you know, mentally, maybe emotionally. They beat them up because that's how they were treated, and they don't even know why they're beating them up. They just know that that's what you do when someone tries to fly high. You shoot them down. They just you know, maybe because they feel like it's dangerous. You know, don't try too hard. Don't be too good at anything, because then you're gonna fly too high and people are gonna take aim at you. You're gonna become the target. You know, maybe they're trying to subconsciously save you from pain, or maybe they're afraid they're gonna lose you. You know, they love you and care about you so much, they feel like if you fly too high, you're gonna fly away and they won't have you anymore. So that's where the hate's coming from. When you understand that, it's like the gorillas beating each other up without even knowing why. The original gorillas that knew why, they are now gone. So that's the thing, it's like the older generation, right? The people who did get beat up because times were tough. They were going through the depression and all those stuff, you know, back in the day, you know, generations ago, but they're all long gone, and the same consequences are not there anymore, you know? So, but now we're still beating each other up though. Anybody who tries to, you know, go out there and try to make their own YouTube channel, you know, we're made to feel silly about it. Other people walking by, you know, looking at us weird, our family members, why are you doing that? You know, when you try to write a book, oh, why are you doing that? You're no author, you know, stuff like that. Why are they doing that? It's because that's how they were treated. That's how they got beat up, you know? And now they're doing it to you. They don't even know why. You know, the old reasons are gone. We're living in a new time, in a new era where all things are possible. Right now, I'm connecting with Betty and Nicole, and I'm, you know, other people all around the world instantly right now. I'm sharing my thoughts. We're having almost like a conversation together in the forest, you know, in the woods with my dogs. But we're living in a new time. It's time to stop hating on each other, and it's time to stop pulling each other down. And when we see somebody get up and try to do something and go after something, stop grabbing them and trying to pull them back down. The reasons why we're doing that are no longer valid. Let people go up the ladder and get that banana. I'll see you guys. But remember, don't take it personal. Don't get angry. Feel compassion towards them. You know, be empathetic. Understand that they're hurting. Hurt people, right? So they're only doing that because that's how they feel. That's how they were treated. And so now they're treating you that way. So anyways, see you guys.